Hey guys, welcome back to another online lesson. This is lesson 2.8, and in it we are going to solve percent problems. But first, a couple things we have to know. Things to remember. First, an equation that shows two ratios are equivalent is called a proportion. And when you see a proportion, it will look like one fraction, such as 1 to 2, is equal to 50 over 100. Okay, that's an example of a proportion. We have two ratios that are equivalent. Therefore, it's a proportion. Now, for this, another thing to remember is because we're going to deal with percents, we're going to deal with a percent sign over 100. Okay? So whatever our percent is, be it 35%, 37%, any percent is always going to be over 100. And we're going to deal with proportion, so we're going to have an equal sign. And it's going to be part over whole. Okay? So make sure in your notes you have this. The proportions we're going to deal with are part over whole equals percent number over 100. So essentially today what we're going to do is we're going to be given three numbers. We're going to be given the part, we're going to be given the percent, and it's always going to be over 100. And it's going to be our job to figure out what that mystery number or what the whole piece is. I'm going to give a few examples and then I left two for you to try on your own. So let's look at it. Okay, the first one I have here is it says 15 is 30% of what number? So, if you remember the proportion I set up, part over whole equals percent over 100. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take these numbers that we're given and we're going to just plug them in and we'll figure out what our mystery number or whole is. Okay, so let's go back. I have 15 and 30%. And of what number? So what that is, that what number, that's the whole. That's what we don't know. So my mystery number is going to be here. And I'll put a little mystery box there. My part is going to be 15. Is 30%. So my percent is going to be 30 over 100. Okay. So now it's going to be our job to figure out what is that mystery number. So let's take a look. 15 to 30, mystery number to 100. So let's sort of look in reverse. How do I get from 30 to 15? Because we figure that rule out, that's what we do to get from 100 to the mystery number. So 30 to 15, I know I'm going smaller. And we're going to be dealing with either multiplication or division. So no subtraction, no addition. Multiplication and division today. So, if I go from 30 to 15, we're getting smaller, therefore, I'm going to divide. So 30 to 15 is divided by 2. So what do I do to the 100? I divide by 2. So 100 divided by 2, that's my mystery number, 15. I'm sorry, not 15, yikes, 50. Yes. So 50 is my mystery number. So the question is, 15 is 30% of what number? The answer is 50. Let me show you a few more examples. Okay, this time, $225 is 75% of what number? So let's just go ahead and plug our numbers in. My part is 225. We don't know what that is, equals 75, because that's my percent, over 100. Now, earlier in the video I mentioned that we're given three numbers. Percents are always over 100, so that's the first number. We're given the part, and then we're given the percent. So those are the three numbers we're given. It's our job to figure out what that whole is. So, 75 to 225, how do I get there? Well, first thing I see is that we are going up. So therefore, we are multiplying. So whatever we do there, we have to do to the 100. I don't know my 75 facts, so I'm just going to guess, and I'm going to guess that it's 3. So let's see. 75 times 3. Again, I'm just taking a guess. 3 times 5 is 15, carry the 1. 21, 22, and look at that, we got it, 225. So yes, it is times 3. Times 3, times 3. So 100 times 3, that is 300. And therefore, 225 is 75% of what number? The answer is 300. Let's look down here. 60 is 20% of what number? My part is 60. We don't know the mystery number. Equals 20, because it's 20%, and percents are always over 100. So, how do I get from 20 to 60? 20 to 60 is times 3. I know that because 2 times 3 is 6, and then there's just the zeros. So down here, I also times 3. So 100 times 3 looks familiar. 100 times 3 is 300. So 60 is 20% of what number? The answer is 300. Okay, 2 for you to try on your own. Okay, first one here. 7 is 35% of what number? I'm going to go ahead and set this one up for you. So my part is 7. My whole, we don't know. 35% is going to be over 100. Okay, and now you're going to ask yourself, how do I get from 35 to 7? And whatever you do it here. This one I'm not going to set up for you. This one I want you to take all the way from the beginning to end. 9 is 36% of what number? Again, try your best with these two. Any questions? Bring them to class. Good luck. Ooh.